Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Chakra Wisdom Tarot by Tori Hartman, illustrated, no, artwork by Katrina Sokolova. Where are you, Katrina? There you are. Websites on the back, ToriHartman.com, WatkinsPublishing.com, if you are so interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reish. I haven't seen any. I don't know. If there's a website, I don't know what it is. I'll just be honest with you. I just don't. It's a 2002 deck, but it could be reprinted. Who knows? All right. What do we have for Leo? What's up with that? I'm going to do 2 clarifiers for that. I don't know. Who's winning? Who's winning this? Like, you've got a lot of earth going your way. Which, I think that's why I'm confused. Like, earth and fire, not usually the most compatible. Not usually. You know. Earth is like, we do this and we stay here, we do this, we stay here, we do this, we stay here. Fire is like, let's see what goes for today and we'll do the best we have of what we have in front of us and we just change with the moment. They're not the most compatible, but something here, Earth is going your direction. It's kind of like, you know, it's fire, it's almost like the burning of wood. It's kind of like a campfire feeling, kind of like it's controlled, but it's got a lot of benefit. There's a lot of fire here. It's kind of like campfire feeling here. But that's also, when I'm feeling campfire, like, I would say the vast majority of us don't live outside like that. So it's kind of like a temporary situation for most people. There's a lot of earth, and you're moving into this slowly. A lot of earth. You seem to be working well with this earth energy. All right, so to be fair, I don't think you're overthinking it. It's kind of like, I'm moving towards them, they don't seem to be very into it, so I'm just kind of gonna leave them alone for a minute. And you're not overthinking it. I think that's why. You're just not overthinking it. Works well today, great. I'll put it on my calendar if it works out in the future. Okay, great, but I'm not gonna overthink it. Works great, it doesn't work, okay, then it doesn't. I'm not overthinking it. I just think that's your secret for this situation. Just not overthinking it. Got other things to do. Don't got time to overthink it. Somebody else is very much centered on you. And they're wondering how much value you can add to the situation. Like, the energy, like their energy and your energy is not really, it's not normally compatible, but whatever this is, it's working. There's distance, but like not bad. Distance in the sense of like when you're together doing something with this person, you get it done, and then you go do what you got to do. It works. Again, I think your secret is you're not overthinking it. Meanwhile, here I am, overthinking it. So, you know, since you're not going to overthink it, I'll overthink it for you. It's fine. No, really though. And I do see there's more honest energy coming in. Even though I do think this energy kind of annoys you, you don't seem to address it. You just kind of like, yeah, well, it's kind of like, why say something when I'm not seeing it making a change? And no, why bother? Like, I feel like I'm not going to say anything. Why bother? I'm just going to do what I do, and then I'll just go do something else, and whatever. It's fine. I do feel like it annoys you a little bit, but not enough for you to really say anything. And you're just kind of like, well, if they're going to do that, I'll just go do this. You keep moving. That's a Leo thing, though. You guys tend to keep moving. I actually like that energy a lot. The older I get, the more envious I am. I'm like, I need some Leo energy. Like, I want that energy for me. Like, I don't need to be around somebody who's a Leo. I want to be that Leo energy. I want that Leo energy so I can get some stuff done. Because you guys are very, very productive, typically, from the ones I've seen. The Ten of Coins, which is the Ten of Pentacles, you are playing this very well, but it's not like you're trying to. It's very interesting. You're just not overthinking it, but you're here doing what you need to do. Okay, my job is done. I'll go somewhere else. And then you just kind of know, oh, it's not, okay, I'll come here. I'll do it. Okay, I got to go. You're not like overthinking. You're just not overthinking it. Meanwhile, I am. But anyway, I think I'm connecting to the other side though here. Somebody else is watching you and they're trying to understand what you're doing. You always seem to get it done though. And I feel like they're looking at it like you might not have a set schedule, but you always get it done. It's kind of like showing up to work and it's like what gets done throughout the day may not have like a regimen or like this done first, that done second. You may not do it like that. But it's kind of like you look at work kind of like, well, this is what needs to be done this week, and we'll see what happens today. By the time the end of the week comes around, you've gotten everything done when you need to get it done, when you want to get it done, when it's best to do it. And they're realizing that kind of like they don't know when you're going to do something, but they know it'll be done by the end of the week. They don't know how you're going to do it, but they know it'll get done. And they seem to realize that this energy seems to be learning like if the Leo says they're going to do it, it'll be done at some point. It'll be done in the right time. Like you get it done even if it's like the minute before it needs to be done, you'll have it done. You'll still hit the deadline, you'll still make it happen. This energy is having a hard time defining you. And I feel like they have to be okay with that. They're having a hard time feeling comfortable. They have the Ace of Cups for you and the Seven of Cups. Even though they know you always get it done, you do it on your own terms when you feel you need to. When you're ready to, you get it done. Seven of Cups with the Ace of Cups, especially when the Ace of Cups is the challenge card for them, they're not sure if they can get comfortable. But they're watching how you do. They're trying to make peace with what your life is. Especially with this Ace of Cups. It's like if they boil it down, they're like, okay, the Leo, great person, like the Leo, very honest. They do think you're dependable. They just don't know your terms. Like if you say you're going to get it done, sooner or later it'll get done. But they're getting to that point where they're like, you're dependable on your terms, and they're getting to that. They just need to be at peace with it. If they give you, like, for example, if they're like, I need this by this time so I can do that with it, they need to realize between now and then it'll get done at some point, but they have no control over that, and they need to be able to let that go. So, for example, say you're working with somebody and they're going to build a shed, and they're like, well, next weekend I need all this stuff here so I can build that shed. And you're like, okay, I'll get you the stuff, and I'll make sure people are there. That stuff may not show up till the day, and you may not tell them who you have coming to help them, but they can depend on that you will get it done. It will have, even if it's you that shows up like, oh crap, yeah, okay, I'll just do it myself. And you, even if you're picking it up that day, you're like, well, here it is. Maybe sometime during the week you're like, oh yeah, I'm here. Okay, I'll just get it and drop it off. Cool. You'll do it on your terms when the time is right. Is that right? Am I doing that right? It seems like it's right. Like if you want to do it right then, you're like, okay, I'll just take care of it now. Then you'll do it now. If you'll do part of it now and part of it later and finish it off another day, they just have to be at peace with it. You have to do it. You're going to do it on your terms. It's not like a negotiation. You will do it on your terms. That's just how it is. They're never going to be completely comfortable with the way you do things. There's like a pause, like a notable pause, like they're trying to make a point. Okay, so I'll say it one more time. They will never be comfortable with the way you do things. But I'm also getting like it's not like they're supposed to. I don't know. It's kind of like, you know what, even though they're uncomfortable, I don't think it's bad. They're never going to understand it. They're never going to they're never going to be comfortable with it. They're never going to understand it. They're never going to be comfortable. I don't think they bother you though. On the reverse, I feel like, yeah, that's how they are, and you just don't overthink it. You seem to be fine. They don't bother you. But I feel like they're getting more and more used to you. They get the Five of Pentacles. Like, they just don't understand how you get things done. They don't get it. They just don't get it. They don't understand the rhyme or reason. They don't get it. Divine guidance is telling me they just have to get... It's weird to me. Because I do feel like... I keep seeing this list. And I feel like you have this list. And it's almost like you... Say, for example, you have it on your phone. This has to be done by the end of the week. Every now and then you just randomly check it and you're like, oh, well, I'm here, I'll do this, I'll do that. And then you don't overthink it. And even if it's like that last day, you're like, oh, tomorrow's Saturday. What do I have left on this list? All right, well, I'll just do this, and this is how I'll just do it. And you just get it done. Even if it's the day before or even partially that day, you're like, well, as long as I get it all there by noon, they won't know the difference. So that's what I'll do. You're good for it. I'm getting you're good for it. You're good for it. Because I'm getting a lot of dependability on your side. Knight of Pentacles, the Health card, Queen of Pentacles. Don't get caught up in any of the genders here, but I'm getting like you just, when you say you're going to do it, even if it's that day, you're like, well, as long as I get it there before noon, okay. I guess I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I'll just get it all done. Done by noon, we're good. I don't see the problem. Well, I said I'd do it and it's there. What do you want? There's no problem. That's not a problem. As long as I got it there by the time I said I would, there's no problem. Because you got Victory here, and you got, is that Harvest? No, it's Strength. Strength is kind of your card, too. It reminds me of the Tarot card Strength, so, and that is your card. This is an Oracle deck, but I'm still feeling like you have it right on point. You make a commitment, you're like, oh, it'll be done when you need it to get done. Now, I do see every now and then, when it gets really close to the finish line, you may see them kind of squirm a little bit. But I don't think they're going to say anything. They do have the Devil card. They never understand. They never get it. They never understand. They just know you get it done. And I feel like they see the victory, and if they just hold themselves together and they just leave you be, you get the victory. Like all this is coming to, like, it's weird that all this is coming in at once. These are all positive cards. You got, is that Joy? No, it's Good Cheer. The Success card is the Six of Wands. The Nine of Wands is them holding the line and just not getting under your skin or not freaking out about it. But then they never get comfortable. It does bother them that sometimes it's like the last moment. It's like the 11th hour, if you will, and then bam, you do pull through. But it always works out. What are you supposed to get from this? However, see, I don't know if this is business, relationship. I mean, it's a general read. I feel like they just want you to see this person in the sense of like, you know, I feel like if you're aware of it a little more, because again, you don't overthink it, which I think is like the secret to your success here. You don't overthink it. But I feel like if you know that this person does get a little stressed with how you do things, I just feel like, you know, Leo can be very charismatic, and I feel like you can just smooth it over or, you know, deal with it and keep this person's nerves more on level. As long as you're aware of that, I just feel like every now and then you'll talk to it or you'll say something or you'll do something that makes more sense. Leo's very good with, like, you know, schmoozing people when you want to. So I'm almost feeling this Leo energy, kind of like this was what was on the list. Okay, so I got all this stuff, but you know what? I'm going to give them a little bit better. I'm going to give them some better than what they're expecting. Higher quality, maybe a little gift that they're not expecting that goes along with the project. Because I feel like that's what Leo does too. Kind of like, you know what? I'll show them that not only do I get it done, they'll get a little extra that they weren't expecting. And they'll see, you know, they're lucky they have me here. And they do. And I feel like every now and then you give them a little boost, a little extra incentive, a little extra something. And this person, I'm sorry, but they're never going to be comfortable. They're never going to be comfortable. But I feel like when you keep doing that, it keeps them calm. It keeps them kind of like, not only does Leo get it done, I always get a little extra that I'm not expecting, and it always works out for the best. I do think the key bonding power, like the key bonding piece I'm getting here is that they see you as a very good person. And I don't see them ever questioning that. Like, they see you as like the person that would help somebody. Like if an animal's hurt, you'll go out of your way to make sure the animal is not gonna suffer. Whatever they value, like if somebody's upset, you're not one to just railroad them. You'll stop and be like, listen, okay, that's not what I meant. You're not gonna over coddle somebody, but you're not looking to hurt somebody. And if you're like, okay, that's not good, I'll stop it. Go talk to that one. Maybe they can help you get over it. But I don't know. Leo's not one to coddle, not usually. But if you notice, like, oh, all right, they're getting upset. Well, all right, I'll stop that. Somebody else can take care of the emotions. But I'll just kind of like, somebody can deal with that. I'll just do something else. Like, you're not looking to hurt anybody. Obviously, I think that's obvious. Leo's very, very, very strong. Clearly. But they always see you as a good person, and I feel like that's like the bonding factor that's really locking them in with you. And there's a lot of other benefits, but base core, they see a good person, and that's what always gets them through. They're like, no, the Leo is a good person, so I'm uncomfortable with the way they do things, but at the end of the day, I always know they're going to do something. They're going to do the right thing. They do it their own way, but it's going to be the right thing, and that's how they feel about you. All right, I'm going to shut this down. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.